With the release of Gladiator 2 this week, the world of gladiators and historical movies in general have seen a resurgence in mainstream popularity and culture. And in this video, I will give you my recommendations of 5 excellent gladiator movies that I believe most viewers of this channel will not have seen yet, but they will really enjoy. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark. At number 5, it is Barabbas, the 1961 historical epic film, which depicts a unique spin on the life of Barabbas the criminal, who the crowd decides to pardon over Jesus Christ, and the movie follows his guilt over many decades, with the end result finding him fighting as a gladiator in Rome. This film is well over 60 years old now, and it does look very outdated, but the story here is fascinating and really engaging, and the acting is brilliant here, with Peter Quinn really bringing Barabbas to life in spectacular fashion. So if you're looking for a movie with great acting, set pieces, musical score, and a great storyline, but a film that is visually outdated, then Barabbas is my recommendation for you. At number 4, it is Duel to the Death, an epic Hong Kong film, which is not a gladiator movie per se, but it is a movie dedicated to the most engaging and exciting part of a gladiatorial fight, which is a duel to the death by 2 skilled elite warriors. And Duel to the Death is a film which pits the best warrior in Japan against the best warrior in China in a duel to the death during the 16th century China. And if you love gladiatorial movies, then you will really enjoy this film, as it has an amazing climactic final battle, an intriguing storyline, and some decent acting as well. However, Duel to the Death does have some confusing plot elements and some pretty unimpressive visual and sound effects as well. But overall, if you want a unique spin to the gladiator genre, then Duel to the Death is my recommendation for you. At number 3, it is Pompeii, a historical disaster film, which is set in the city of Pompeii in 79 AD, just days before the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The film's main plot is focused around the development of the romantic relationship between a gladiator named Milo and a noblewoman named Cassia, who is being forcefully betrothed to a Roman senator. All of this is taking place while obvious signs that something is not right with Mount Vesuvius are all being ignored. And this film has some decent gladiatorial battle scenes, and the gladiator culture and lifestyle is a key part of this film. The acting of Kit Harington is decent here, but is definitely not amazing and some of his best work. And the same could be said for the primary antagonist of this film, portrayed by Keith Sutherland. But if you have any sort of interest in gladiators, the destruction of Pompeii, and ancient Roman history in general, then Pompeii will be the perfect recommendation for you. The second spot on this list goes to Demetrius and the Gladiators, which is a sequel to The Robe, an epic historical film based around the magical powers associated with the robe of Jesus Christ, and those in power who would use this robe for evil purposes. Demetrius and the Gladiators is much more enjoyable if you have seen the first film of the series, but it's not that complex of a story, so you could watch it as a standalone film if needed. This film tells the story of a Christian named Demetrius who is thrust into the cruel and daunting world of a gladiator, and in this harrowing world he finds himself questioning his religion, loyalty, and just life in general. Demetrius and the Gladiators benefits from magnificent acting from majority of the cast except for Jay Robinson, who pretty much overacts in all of his scenes. A really engaging storyline and some unexpected plot twists will keep you glued to your seat from beginning to end. So, all in all, if you love gladiator movies, then Demetrius and the Gladiators is my recommendation for you. And the top spot on this list goes to Spartacus, a 2004 historical film, which tells the legendary story of the slave rebellion led by Spartacus, a gladiator and slave who would go on to cause much havoc and chaos amongst the Roman Republic. This direct-to-TV film is based on Howard Fast's novel Spartacus, much in the similar vein as the more popular 1960s Spartacus film. But this movie is much more historically accurate and truer to the book than the classic 1960 movie. Spartacus has a really interesting plot, great acting, and some decent costume design and set pieces. But the low budget of the movie is definitely evident in many aspects of the production quality. Spartacus, the 2004 remake, does have a pretty weak first act, but if you can get past the gladiators' escape from the ludus you will find a really enjoyable and surprisingly good Gladiator movie that you probably haven't seen yet. So let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my list of the top 5 Gladiator movies that you probably haven't seen yet, and if there are any other gladiatorial movies I may have missed out on. And as always, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.